Welcome back, everyone, to the M3 podcast. My name is Jayden Burgard. I am with Davis Sterling to my left, and down below us is Chad Merritt. What's going on, buddy? What the fuck?
Being a weirdo, but that's all good.
That's basically describes Chad, but Chad, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
So for work, I'm a trainer with a security company. For fun, all I do is stuff like parkour, anything that gets my adrenaline going. I play video games, mainly Xbox. Play anywhere from first-person shooters to some of the classics. And mostly just zombie games, if not games like Rage. First-person story, really. I really enjoy just anything that's shooty, explodey. And
You like things that go boom.
Yeah, I do. I love things that go boom. I also play D&D, so that's fun.
How did you get into parkour?
I just decided I didn't want to fall awkwardly anymore. I wanted to fall more gracefully. And I've seen some videos of it and thought it'd be fun to try. And so I just decided to get into that, and been doing it for about 3 years now. It's tons of fun.
You should become a stunt performer for movies.
There you go.
That would be awesome.
I'll keep you in touch in the future.
We've talked about this a lot. Like, our friends group was like, Chad, we should definitely get into like the media industry because he's got a really, really good voice. The microphone doesn't really do it justice, but his voice is really, really good. Like, for Borderlands 3, when we were playing through, we played his character called Flack, and we're like, Chad, you easily could be a better voice of Flack. Not that there's anything wrong with Sungwon Cho's version of Flack, but I just believe Chad could be a better Flack than him.
Sorry, Sungwon Cho, I'm better.
Yeah, Sungwon Cho. He's a cool guy, but, not as good as Chad. But anyways, we have a few topics for you guys today, so we're going to be talking with Chad about his experience with Extra Life Game Day 2019, his first ever time with that charity event, and first ever time streaming. So,
Really?
Chad has his own Twitch channel. We've been trying to build it up for the past few months. During our free time, and hopefully for next game day in the new decade of 2020, we are going to get his Twitch channel up and running, so go follow his Twitch channel and you will see his stuff there. By the way, have you seen that the 2009 versus 2019 me thing on Twitter?
No.
It's amazing. It's amazing how people change. So, like, people will post...
People are shitty in 2019 and we hate everything?
No, it's like you have these people that are like these cringy-ass weeaboos, and then you get into 2019 and they're these not-so-cringy weebs, you know? Like they...
The fuck is a weeaboo?
You don't know what a weeaboo is?
I think it's somebody who likes anime and is generally white.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Chad is correct in that statement, but a weeaboo is someone who basically denounces their own race and heritage and thinks that they are Japanese and they live their life as an anime character.
Oh, okay.
So like
I've heard of that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so when you have those people non-ironically Naruto running, that's a weeaboo. There you go.
Speaking of which, that one guy at the Area 51 raid is an absolute legend.
Yeah.
If he for some reason sees this, you're a beauty, and we owe you a good thanks as a whole nation.
We need
the one person that actually showed up.
Yeah, can we get a salute?
There you go.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to be talking about some gaming stuff, and then we're going to do a segment of Would You Rather, something we haven't done in a long, long time, actually. It's really going to be really weird for us. I have my own list, and we were thinking of stuff a little bit on the go. But let's get into some gaming stuff. So, apparently, Geoff Keighley, who's like this writer or some shit, he announced that there's going to be a category at the Game Awards called Best Layoffs. So,
rough.
Layoff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
EA,
literally laying off entire companies.
We're
exactly. We're fucked. Yeah, but apparently, game developers are getting laid off all the time, but we've never seen the big name companies step it up like this before. Geoff said in an interview. Layoffs have never been the center of attention in the gaming world, but after the events of the past year, it's clear this is something so important to the medium. We're likely to have visionary companies like Activision and Telltale leading the way by finding new and exciting ways to systematically liquidate human beings and ruin their respective lives.
Liquidate human beings. That's such an amazing way.
That was such a great way of saying it. I don't like Geoff, but He's pretty. That was pretty good. And
That's a pretty good little toss up there, yeah.
And someone, a former Riot Games employee by the name of Lisa, said, "It's so amazing to be included. I'm honored to be recognized not only for my painstaking modeling and dextering a DLC character with insane profit margins, but also the way I was heartlessly tossed aside by executives who immediately terminated me as soon as the work was done.
Oh my god.
At the time, I was just hoping for better pay and job security, but this nomination is really a dream come true."
That's
Wow.
like the what is it called? The awards that for bad movies. The Darwin Award.
Oh,
I think
no,
it's
no.
called.
Darwin Awards are what you get if you die in a dumb way.
Yeah.
Not the roasties or something. It's not that. It's like something like that, though.
Yeah,
Toasty
yeah.
Awards or no?
There's movies that are
Trying
oh,
to think.
Let me see. The Golden Raspberry Awards? Is that what it is?
No.
maybe,
No,
but it's not the
it's-
one I'm thinking of.
The
Yeah, there's
Razzies?
literally
Razzies, yeah. There you go.
Razzies. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is that.
Yeah.
So the Golden Raspberries,
Yeah.
aka the Razzies.
yeah, for giving for shitty movies.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. So
So
like,
what movies would get an award like that this year? We've had a few really good movies, but some pretty shite ones as well.
Some oofs.
Well, from what I'm
Yeah.
seeing, this
I
this
only
article.
watch good movies.
I only watch good movies. It's what they all say. But one of the things that I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing Melissa McCarthy is named the worst actress of 2019, and
Ooh.
Donald Trump is the worst actor.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
That is incredible. But like,
What-
how you gonna
Right
diss
on.
Melissa McCarthy like that?
What has she done this year though?
Commercials, really shitty commercials.
Life of the Party,
Yeah, the fucking like the rhinos and all that.
mhm,
Yeah.
and the Happy Time Murderers. That's what
Oh,
these two
right.
things are
That was
for.
this year. I thought that was 2018.
No, that was
Yeah, that
2019.
was last year as well, but that was this year. I haven't
Mm.
watched it yet, but I don't have any interest in watching it, to be quite
Yeah.
frank.
So
Mhm.
I understand that okay, make
Mhm.
she has not been. This is not her year for like. She's done a lot better things. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I hope that this actually comes to fruition, this best layoffs category, because it's time for these gaming companies to get fucking shit on by hardcore media.
yeah,
Big time.
and like exactly to show like holy shit, they're just laying people off. Like, oh, the game's done. Okay, bye. We'll hire you when
When we need
we'll
you again.
hire someone else. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we'll rake in the cash, dude.
When it's not a freelance job, like unless it was like if it was part of their contract when they were first getting hired on, being like, hey, you're working for a year to make this game, boom, and then you're out and it's part of the contract, fine. But if
Mhm.
it's just like, oh, here, we're hiring you, golden, you're awesome, and then just springing it on you, like what the fuck, that's just an
Yeah,
asshole
that's
move.
some
Yeah.
sketchy shit. I don't deal with that. But yeah, so let's move on to something a little bit better. So Chad and I are really excited for this. So X019 just started, or just ended actually, and Xbox released a bunch of new stuff, including a bunch of new
Ooh,
games
yeah.
coming to the Game Pass. So some of the games, including Rage 2, which Chad was literally playing minutes before we started this.
It is phenomenal. I
it is-
love it so far. It's just shooty, boom, bang, jump around, explosion. I love it.
It's literally Chad's wet dream.
Michael Bay movie in a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pretty well, and it's honestly so much fun. It reminds me of a bit of a combination of Bulletstorm and Borderlands, and I love Bulletstorm because it's just racking up the combos, seeing how much you can kill and what creative ways you can do it. So it's just fantastic.
But then we got a lot of new games and stuff like that. So it comes to console and PC. Some of the big ones that we're seeing are Witcher 3 Wild Hunt coming to console during
Yep.
the holiday. Darksiders 3, The Escapists 2, My Friend Pedro, which I'm super excited for, and Halo
Alright, that was
Reach,
good, yeah.
the godfather of Halo games themselves. Halo Reach, my favorite Halo
Mm.
game at least. I
Halo, that makes your sentence makes no sense.
I'm slightly inebriated, but you know,
the Godfather, that makes no sense because Godfather would
Halo
mean that they're
CE.
the god
dude.
of the
Yeah.
Halo games, the best Halo game out there, I would say. Halo Reach.
I don't know. Halo 3 is pretty fun.
Halo 3 is pretty
It's
good,
pretty dope.
but Halo Reach came out with a DMR. It came out with Reticle Bloom, which I think was a nice little touch. I liked the graphics a little bit more. It came out with assassinations. It came out with the sprint mechanics, armor abilities,
Right. Yeah.
a few cool new guns like the needle rifle, even though that shit was beyond broken.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that one sucked.
And so,
not bad, but like it was just a pain in the ass to fight against and to use.
Oh yeah.
So I never played Reach, so I'm guessing it's like the needler but lot longer range.
Mm-hmm.
It replaced the Covenant Carbine, and it's essentially Covenant Carbine, but combined with the needler, and it was just like
super OP.
OP, yeah.
Disgusting. And yeah, it came out with a lot of fun stuff. It came out with the Falcon as well. One of the cooler units, I would say, for the game. And it came out with one of the best maps for Forge, called Forge World. Absolutely the best map. It had a giant spire. It had like a garage and a nice little plains area. It had the original Blood Gulch, some tunnels, a giant island, and you could just go nuts with it. It was so much fun. Oh, and one of the best game modes, Invasion. Invasion is easily one of the best game modes in Halo, by far.
So
that was pretty fun, yeah.
Do you have Reach, Jayden?
I have Reach. I'm working with a few people right now. We're going to try and get it this Sunday, actually, where I'm going to try and 100% the Xbox 360 game before it comes back, so we can get it on MCC and 100% it again. Nice.
So, what I was going to say, so you guys have seen the video. Jayden and I have played Halo 3, and it wasn't too bad. We have it in the channel, in our channel here. Comment below, do you think Jayden and I should also play Halo Reach as well? See if I can get any kills at all at a game that I've never played before.
You're going to get curb stomped if you 1v1 me. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, no, not 1v1, but play some multiplayer.
Oh, I'm down for that. I'm down to play any of these. And then Chad will join us online.
I'll try to. Sunday's my papa's birthday, so we'll see.
Well,
yeah, it's not going to be this Sunday, that for me, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to have to do it sometime
in the future.
Yeah. So my dad's birthday is usually celebrated with putting some straws into bottles of Patron, and first one to finish wins a prize of another bottle.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Oof, of Patron though. Oof.
Oh yeah, my family drinks that stuff like water. It's sponsor us. So it's like
water. Sponsor us, water. What? Okay, what's your like go-to water bottle?
Plastic.
Just a regular. Yeah, I have a regular one from the dollar store.
So like home water.
Or I'll reuse my Gatorade ones. I really like the Gatorade.
The big ones.
I meant more like, you buy a 24-pack of bottled water when you go on vacation.
Fuck that. I never buy bottled. Oh, I cannot stand it. It's so bad for the environment. Don't do it.
But like,
I mean, I'm okay with like fuck the sea turtles, but like,
what the
if you wanna, if you're gonna go for bottled water, I just think it's stupid. Just water does have a different taste. Every water does. But paying like $5 for a bottle of water is stupid. If I buy water bottles, it's going to be like $1 for like 6 of them.
Yeah, true. Like I have a Starbucks one, and it's pretty nice. It does the job. Yeah. So reuse your water bottles, kids. But anyways,
exactly.
So here are some really, really cool games coming to PC and console that I saw from this list. So Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think it's the brand new one. Let me just double check this.
Nice.
Yeah, so the brand new one is coming to PC, and then the rest of them are for both PC and Xbox. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So there was Ori and the Blind Forest.
That's a good one.
This is gonna be fucking sick.
I've heard of that, the Black Forest one. I've heard the name.
What?
At least.
Blind Forest. Yeah.
I've heard of the at least.
Yeah, I'm 3 achievements away from 100%ing that, but one of the achievements is
Nerd.
It's beat the game without dying, dude.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, not happening.
Oh yeah, I died like 100 times for my second playthrough. Minecraft Dungeons, which is super sick. I'm totally getting that as soon as it comes out. Bleeding Edge, which apparently everyone has hated so far, but it's not coming out. But it's not even coming out yet, and everyone hates it.
Really? What's it about?
I think it's like something to do. I feel like it's kind of like Overwatch, but more post-apocalyptic. I think it's like if you put Overwatch and Rage combined.
I seen that. I actually have that pre-downloaded on Games Pass right now. It comes out in March.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty interesting for me, but it's my style of game, to be honest.
Boom boom.
boom boom. There's a new game from Life is Strange. The creators made a new game called Tell Me Why, and I instantly thought of Backstreet Boys.
Break.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Yeah.
Oh
So-
wait, yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's got
Chills, literal chills.
literal chills, guys. So it goes Final Fantasy 7 through 13. No, fit to 15.
Oof,
Dang.
nice.
It skips 14. Was there Final Fantasy 14? Let me Google this.
Don't ask me.
I know. There is a Final Fantasy 14. So it just skips 14. It goes Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13 2, Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns, and then Final
13
Fantasy
2.
15. Yeah, literally, no joke. It's XIII-2. Doesn't make it. I'm pretty sure it's like Pokemon Black and White 2 is what I'm assuming.
Oh
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. And the last one that I thought was super interesting was a few ones that I thought were super interesting. Yakuza 0, which I'm pretty sure was a PlayStation exclusive. Something like that. I only saw it on PS4, but yeah, released for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Yeah. So it's a PlayStation exclusive, I think.
Mm.
Microsoft Windows August 2018. Yeah. But it's coming to Xbox One soon, which is going to be awesome. I wanted to play Yakuza for a long, long time. So you get to play Chicken Simulator and Karaoke Simulator, because apparently
Nice.
it's literally like the best parts of that game I've heard. Like the story is shit, but you could just play the karaoke and just have a fun ass time.
That was one of the first games I got when I first got a PS3.
Yeah.
Was it PS3 or PS4? I think PS3, because I
PS8.
think one of my friends in high school just gave it to me. Like I only
Nice.
played, I think. See, I'm terrible with video games and TV shows where I'll kind of just start something and just kind of just give up and then not play it anymore. So I played for a month or so at the most and then just stopped playing. So I vaguely remember that game.
Yeah. Me in a nutshell. I'll start playing a game for like an hour and then it's like, this sucks. Switch back to an old game. Literally, I was so bored. One day I was just like, oh, what do I play? And then I was going through my library, like, there's nothing to play. Like everyone has those moments.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
then switch back to Call of Duty.
Nah,
That's me.
Now it's like, and switch back to Enter the Gungeon so I could get pissed off, so I could have more motivation to go back to it. Fucking love that game.
I've been swapping from like Gungeon to, so I've been playing Rage like pretty consistently since probably Sunday.
Mhm.
Just started downloading it, and like I think it's awesome, but still dropping some Gungeon because Gungeon's a fantastic game. Some zombies as well, obviously Call of Duty Black Ops 4. But also like Subnautica. That one's a really fun game. It just got released on Games Pass not too long ago.
Mhm.
Tons of fun, good story, and it's just it's interesting for a survival game. It's got a cool dynamic to it.
Mm-hmm. I've heard one kid that I taught used to not shut up about Subnautica. I'm like, so I was playing Subnautica. I'm like, listen, Billy, I don't give a fuck. Go do your front glide right now. Of course, I wouldn't say that. But I was like, hey, you need to. You need to chill about the Subnautica. We will talk about it. You are the last class I teach, and you're allowed to sit in the hot tub. We'll talk about Subnautica in the hot tub. It's not sexual at all, guys. Anyways, the last thing that I saw was Skatebird. You know, there was that a long time ago we reviewed like this trailer for a game where you play as a skateboarding bird. That's coming to Game Pass in 2020.
Yeah, I remember. Nice. Yeah, I remember when we did the trailer review or game review or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that because I want to play as a skateboarding motherfucking bird.
That sounds fun. Sounds like I don't know. It'd be a fun game to kind of just mess around on. Like if you don't want to get into the quote unquote hardcoreness of Tony Hawk,
Mm-hmm.
you want like Tony Hawk and like Monkey Ball or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a bird instead of a monkey. I guess.
Dude, I can't
fused together.
wait for everyone was like the new Monkey Ball game that we did a trailer review of. Everyone hated it. They're like, why did you remaster out of all the games this one? This one's awful. And I'm like, I really don't know. So I'm just waiting for everyone to be like, yes, this one. This one's awesome. But
Mhm.
anyways, also revealed at XO19 there were a few things. Xbox Scarlett will be focusing on backwards compatibility and crossplay. as
Nice.
opposed to, you know, stacking up profits. There was even a quote by Phil Spencer, the executive VP of Microsoft, gaming at Microsoft. He said, "I would say a learning from the Xbox One generation is we will not be out of position on power or price. We were $100 more expensive than the PS4, and yes, we were less powerful." So I think they've taken it to like, yeah, we fucked up a lot. We need to take a step back, and we need to figure this out, because otherwise we're going to get screwed over again, and we're going to get called inferior. But I think they're on the right track. I think they're definitely on the right track. They got the xCloud program going on. The Xbox Game Pass is one of the greatest deals in gaming ever.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, because, you know, the Steam sale, or it's like, yeah, you know, Steam sale, spend $200, get 300 games. It's like, yeah, how about you spend $1 and you get 300 games? How
Yeah.
about that? So, yeah, speaking of Game Pass, I 100%ed Abzu for the second time again last night
Nice.
on stream, and it was really fun. I used Maka91. He's a Xbox YouTuber. He makes all these guides and stuff. He was actually watching my stream.
Oh,
Oh,
right on.
really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
I tweeted at him and I was like, "Yo, I'm using your guide. You better not fuck this up." And he's just like showed up and he was like, "Yeah, Abzu's a really good game if you're into this kind of stuff." I'm like, "It is a really good game." So
Getting
That's
so
really dope.
yeah,
getting a known gamer to be onto your stream, that's dope. That's
yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah. So yeah, there was that. The last thing with Xbox and XO19, Xbox says that there's going to be an end of stackable achievements. So in the Xbox world, with the Game Pass on PC, some games have a game where you can get achievements on PC and on Xbox on two separate lists. So essentially doubling the amount of gamer score you got. So because I 100%ed Abzu, I have it 100% on the Xbox version and on the PC version. So they're trying to make it so that's not possible anymore. They're going to try and make it so it's one.
Unilateral. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that's fair.
that makes more
to be
that
honest.
makes more sense. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
quote that said, "We're not trying to make it so it's like it goes away. Like if it's a solo player game, like fine, that's whatever. But it's just for multiplayer games and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that," which makes sense. So
hmm
it said, "Our goal, our first party games, is that your entitlements will be cross generation and your achievements will be more effectively with your save game because that's where they stand."
So basically that means if you unlock this achievement on Xbox, it will then almost like already be unlocked if you play the same game on PlayStation or on PC.
Yeah, so it's not
So
going to
you
have
can't-
two different lists.
So you can't get it twice.
Yeah. So you
Makes
can't.
But it could make it easier to get certain achievements that are, a little bit more difficult if it's on console or just with, a gamepad versus a mouse and keyboard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was playing.
So that's kind of cool.
I was playing earlier today. There are two different versions of Halo Wars. So there's Halo Wars for 360 and there's Halo Wars for PC. Playing an RTS game on a controller is god awful. You can't.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, to group up certain units and pick which units you want, you have to hold the A button, and all it does is make a big fat fucking circle. And you have to like swirl it around like this. It's like, cool. Now I have all the units I want selected. Now let's command them to go somewhere. Meanwhile, with an RTS, it's like I can still be doing stuff with my left hand. Meanwhile, my right hand is picking the select units I want. It's just like, I want you, 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 and you. You're going to attack this. You three, I'm going to macro you to control 3. So whenever I hit control 3, that army shows up. You guys are going to go attack this unit and stuff like that. Makes it for much, much better and much different gameplay.
Yeah, and like RTSs, they normally need more like they run better on PCs most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So
I would much rather play like XCOM or Halo Wars on a PC compared to a Xbox or a console. But there are some games that I would rather play on a console than an Xbox. Like first-person shooters, I love controllers for.
Controllers, yeah.
Except Overwatch. Overwatch is the one shitty exception because, like, with so many different abilities and stuff like that, you basically have to be looking everywhere at once. And just having that mouse to, like, look around real quick and quick aim. And you have, like, 3 or 4 abilities, and it makes it much easier on a keyboard than before. Okay, so that's the end of the Xbox kind of rant. So, apparently there's a new Half-Life game coming.
Really?
Half-Life 4?
Half-Life.
Half-Life 2.5.
It's called Half-Life Alyx. So it's a VR game, which is cool.
No.
Ooh.
So you play as Alex, the female protagonist that is with Gordon Freeman as you're going along in City
Gordon
17.
Freeman.
Yeah, exactly. And you get the gravity gun. You get to use the gravity gun and stuff like that in VR,
Mhm.
which I think.
So is that then just like PlayStation VR, or is it gonna be at like actual at like Cineplex,
arcades
for
and all that.
example? Yeah, the arcades like what they have at the Void, like in the Rec Room.
From what I'm seeing so far, there hasn't been decided. Also, a happy 21st anniversary to the original Half-Life game, which came out this year, 19 years ago. So, November
This year?
19th, 2000. Yeah. Wait, what? Did I say
You
that?
mean today?
You said
This
yeah.
day, you say, yeah. 2019, 19 years ago. Congratulations on making it through time travel, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. You put it in the past, you put it in the future. But anyways, so that's that. Another game that's apparently going to be coming out soon is Mass Effect 5. It's apparently in development at BioWare, which I think is going to be a cash grab. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
After, they should have stopped at Mass Effect 3. Really and truthfully, Andromeda was just such a flop.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
didn't they? Yeah, because didn't the story of the game, like the main quest, the main story of the game, pretty well end?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Mass
ended.
Effect 3, it's like either your ending was red, blue, or green, to be honest.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. And
But it's like, you're dead. Everything's dead.
yeah, it doesn't matter what color you picked. Everything
Yeah.
is going to die. But
Mm-hmm.
and it was really sad because that was the first like big gaming news out of the industry, because most like from that point forward, the industry was pretty well off. They were like listening to their consumers. They were doing really well with stuff like that. But now you just hear all of this is like they're taking the money and running. EA went from a respectable gaming sports replicator to cash grabbing whores. You know, you got Activision fucking everything up.
So yeah, you're saying it's like Toy Story 4. They didn't have to make it. Like it ended really well after. It ended really well after 3. Toy Story 4 is a good movie, but
it's unnecessary.
Nothing. It didn't
happen.
Yeah, exactly. Toy Story 3 ended the franchise really well, like passed on to a new kid, and everything like that. But then 4 just happened. You know what? Because that's where the era we are in films right now is remakes and reboots and reboots.
Speaking on that, you have Terminator. What are we at? Dark Fate now.
Dark Fate,
which is
it doesn't need to happen.
6 or 7, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's flopped.
I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's one of my favorite actors and actually favorite people in general. He's a genius. He's like very well spoken. He's awesome.
The
Great
Governator,
person, but
yeah.
Just straight up and honest, man. Like, don't make another movie. It's over. Terminator's done. After they made the third one, you know what? I was like, cool, that's enough. And they made Salvation. I was like, yeah, okay, you know what? I'd like to see the origins of the Terminator, see where they move from there.
Yeah.
Right? But then they made Genesis. And then Genesis, I was like, stop. You know, sorry to spoil it, but it's been years. John Connor becomes a Terminator now. And now he's got, like, this skin and that skin, but he's got exoskeleton, like, whatever.
Yeah. Isn't Genesis the one where Arnold shows up, but like it's just like his face and it's just replicated?
That was Salvation. Genesis is where he's actually old Arnold and he's still a Terminator, but he's one of the original Terminators who's actually aging and everything, so his system shutting down and blah blah blah, all the rest of it.
Right.
But at the end of the movie, he becomes replicated again as one of the T-1000.
T-1000 is the original one. Yeah.
No, T-100 is the original.
Yeah.
The T-1000 is the liquid one, right?
I think so.
But
I don't know. Regardless, yeah.
Anyway, so he comes back as a liquid Terminator thingy. So, you know, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, like, Dark Fate doesn't need to happen. They don't need to redo the same thing over and over and over again. But, you know, I get it. Whatever. End the series. I hope this is the very end and they honor it well.
They
stop it. That's it.
Totally should. And like the bad thing that happened about it is apparently it flopped really bad. And a big part of that is because Joker came out at the same time, and Joker was an original story that when I kind of was talking about after I saw it, I was like, you can tell the movie of Joker without it being a DC character at all, without it being literally the 100%. Joker, and like that's a lot of people were saying that it's like a film, like in terms like use Transformers, for example. Those are movies. Like that's a movie you just go through, whatever. Who cares, right? But like the Joker was a film because it actually had like story and impact. So like Terminator coming out at the same time as that movie, like especially as Jayden and I were talking about in the last podcast, like most people don't go to movies anymore, right?
Nope.
So or if they do, they go to one. So yeah, it came out at such a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Zombieland 2 did really decent, and it's a phenomenal movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it hit every expectation I had for it to be just as good, if not, I won't say better, but just as good as the first Zombieland. And anybody says differently, I will square up and I will fight you. But
He's not
honestly,
joking, by the way.
Zombieland 2 is honestly a phenomenal movie. It did so good. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with it. It was great.
Mm-hmm. That's a strong statement. I've heard they're coming out with a Zombieland 2 game, and everyone hates it.
Yeah, I'm okay with movie video games not being a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like the first movie video game I remember that was absolutely terrible was like Minority Report. If you guys remember that movie with Tom Cruise and everything.
I know the movie, yeah.
Never watched it.
Yeah, they made a video game for it, and it was absolute hot garbage.
Isn't the only really like successful movie first then video game? No, wait, I'm still wrong. I was gonna say Resident Evil, but Resident Evil was a game first.
Game first,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. Has there been anything that's been a movie to a game?
Movie then a video game and more successful.
Yeah, or maybe, or even just as good. Like even Hitman. Hitman was a game first too.
Yeah.
That was a shit movie.
The first movie was terrible. The second movie, in my opinion, the first movie had better storyline and better character development. The second movie for the Hitman series, when they redid it, it was more related to the game, I found, and it had the character look. But Buddy's voice is just like, it went from like the Hitman having like, I'm the Hitman, Agent 47, to I'm the Hitman.
Yeah, I literally.
Not to cut down that actor or anything, but like he had the look, but his voice, man, his voice.
They should have done like a James Earl Jones for Star Wars and just got someone else to do the entire voice and just had someone else on screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, I decided to look at this list of films based on video games, and the highest score on Metacritic is a 58 out of 100. Highest score on Rotten Tomatoes is 68%.
But that was films on video games. What about video games off of movies?
I'm gonna try and look for that, but anyways.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna guess. Okay, so the best video game movie.
Prince of Persia.
That's what I was thinking, because that was actually pretty good too.
It was decent.
I liked the movie. It was not bad.
Is that even on this list? I don't think
definitely.
Oh, it is. Yeah, there it is.
Definitely not Assassin's Creed.
Nope.
Definitely not Mario.
Nope.
No. Oh God, no.
God, no.
maybe Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. One of. I'm gonna split my vote here and say one of the Tomb Raider movies between the early 2000s to the most recent one in 2014, 2015. That's
I'm going to say the early 2000s. Angelina Jolie had it done perfectly.
You are both incorrect.
What?
So Tomb Raider was the 2018 version was the second best rated movie
2018
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And the best one was Detective Pikachu. That was the one that got a 68%.
I didn't think about that because
I've never seen it.
It's a great movie.
I
love that movie.
part of it.
I love that movie.
I feel like I seen the premise of it and everything, and I think it was good. But just not for me.
I think a big part of that isn't necessarily because it's a video game movie, because it's Pokemon and everyone, especially with like Pokemon Go and Pokemon, what is it, Go Eevee and Go Pikachu. Like, there's so much hype behind it. I think that's big reason behind it. Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I get so we were close with Tomb Raider. You said that Tomb Raider was second.
Tomb Raider was second. Here's another question for you. Which movie had the best worldwide box office? Like, which one made the most money in box office?
Total?
Still basing it off of video game.
Still basing it off of video game movies. I tried looking for video games based off movies.
I was gonna say because I know Endgame already did.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Well, you're saying that Detective Pikachu had the best rating. and it's the most recent.
I'm not gonna think it's the highest grossing though. Highest
Prince-
grossing worldwide.
Mhm.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
I don't think so. I'm gonna.
Either that or Prince of Persia. Oh wait, do you know what? Money wise,
Maybe Assassin's Creed because
I was
they
gonna say Assassin's
had a
Creed,
high
yeah.
following. Yeah.
yeah, because even though a lot of people hated that movie, a lot of people probably went out to see it, and
Yeah.
therefore it made a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Is that so? Assassin's Creed, final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Incorrect.
Bollocks.
The highest grossing movie, which grossed $433 million, was Warcraft. The new
What?
Warcraft.
The movie was terrible.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was god awful.
It was.
It's
Yeah.
so bad.
You
I'm not
can
even
see
a World of
why.
Warcraft fan.
The following for Warcraft though has been generations long, versus Assassin's Creed has just been the past decade and a half.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's been going on for I guess so. It would be parents bringing their kids, and then
Exactly
yeah.
right.
that
Okay.
makes sense.
Here's an easy question. Which has the video game movie was released first? What was the first ever video game movie?
It's not the Mario Bros. One, even though that one was pretty.
That one's pretty old. Is
That's
Mario? Yeah.
Tron.
Really?
That's my final
no,
answer.
Tron came out in the original Tron
1980s.
came out in the late 80s though, not even like early.
Ooh, true.
So
This is according to Wikipedia, by the way. So
Oh,
the very first movie based off of a video game.
I'm gonna.
I
you know,
can't.
I know.
No, I can't think of
I feel
anything
like
else.
I'm wrong, but I'm gonna stick with
Tetris?
Tron because
Yeah.
Tron's probably pretty close.
Yeah, no, but yeah, you're probably.
I
I
think
can't think of anything else.
from what this
older
is
than
telling me, I believe it is Tron, because it says Tron 1982.
Oh, 82. I thought it was late 80s. Oh no. Oh no.
You've been
Okay,
baited
no,
and outsmarted.
I thought it didn't come out until like 88. But yeah, I guess okay, yeah, 82 then. When did
Nice.
When did which one? Sorry.
what about Mario? Mario, the very shitty Mario Brothers
I
movie.
think it was 95.
93.
Or 93.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
There you go.
it came out when I was 1.
93. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Anyway, so that was that.
that was a
that,
fun.
game
That was a
came
fun
out.
tangent.
Yeah, that game became random, but it was fun. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good one. So did you guys see the new SpongeBob movie trailer?
It has Keanu Reeves. That's all I know. I
Yeah,
haven't
it's
seen the
exactly
trailer,
what I was
but
going
it
to
has
talk
Keanu
about. It
Reeves.
just
Yeah,
fucking has
that's all I-
Keanu Reeves randomly.
Right.
Oh,
and it
dude.
just, that's the only part that I saw. Yeah, because you tagged me and it has Patrick's being like, my name comes from ancient Greece or something like that. And he's like, I don't believe that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
I'm a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sage, and I'm also a sage. So it works
Right.
on two
Yeah.
levels.
I'm a sage and I'm made of sage, so this works on 2 levels.
Wink.
But of course, Keanu Reeves in it because Keanu Reeves is like the internet's freaking.
If anybody
King.
questions Keanu Reeves in anything, once again, square up. I love Keanu Reeves.
Did you see his
That guy-
girlfriend?
No.
Yeah.
His girlfriend looks pretty old, but apparently she is younger than him,
Oh,
right?
he's
Yeah.
old. Yeah, Keanu
Yeah,
Reeves is like
Keanu
60
Reeves
or
is-
something.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Like,
56.
I think he's 50.
you'll have to look it up. Like here, let's see if I can look it up.
He's got to be like 57 or something.
Yeah. So his girlfriend, he just looks really young. It's
I'll-
just like
What?
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's 50.
Yeah. No, Joe
50.
Rogan looks old. If you look at him, man, he looks like just a sweaty thumb. He looks just like,
Well,
like
I
not to
guess
diss
I-
Joe Rogan. He's
I
just like,
listen to him more than I watch him. I
Yeah.
guess. It's
you
been a
can
while.
see his age on him. It's not that he's aged badly. It's just like, when he
But-
gets intense and really into things, he's just like bulging veins, his wrinkles come out, and he's sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alexander Grant, that's her name. 46 years old. Keanu Reeves is 55.
55. Yeah,
55, oh, wow,
I
there we
knew
go.
it was in the.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, exactly. But she looks older than because it's Keanu fucking Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Keanu
dude,
Reeves just
I've been a
ages
fan of that guy
massively.
since I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
The
absolutely
Matrix.
love that guy as an actor. Yeah,
Matrix.
they started with the Matrix. But even then, like, you have like
Fucking-
Constantine. You have, I'm trying to think of some of his other.
and then
really good
Bill and
ones.
Ted's Excellent Adventure.
And- yeah, that's where I loved him from.
Yeah,
It's fucking.
Jay and I were
Bill and
talking
Ted.
about him one of our very first podcasts. I think we were talking about.
Yeah,
Right,
that-
'cause
we
they're
talked about
remaking
it.
Bill and, or not remaking, but they're finishing off Bill and Ted as well.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
sequeling
it's
it.
a
It's a
it's a continuation / reboot /
Nice.
like Yeah.
See, another great movie, Keanu Reeves, that not a lot of people have watched, Chain Reaction, has Morgan Freeman in it. Really good. It's about cold fusion and everything, them making a cold fusion generator. He drives an awesome motorcycle in it, which he still has apparently. I believe it's the Kawasaki KW or KZ 900 or 1000, something like that. But nice bike. Phenomenal movie. I loved it a lot when I was younger. I watched it probably like 30 times. But yeah,
I haven't
really
even
good
heard
movie.
of it.
I've always been a Keanu Reeves fan, man. Like any movie that he was in, my parents like bought me
You're
as a kid.
breathtaking.
Yeah, you're breathtaking. Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, if I ever got to meet him, I would probably just like I would stop everything I'm doing, just like that. The whole day's written off. I just want to sit here and talk with you and learn who you are as a
Yeah.
person beyond what I've seen.
There you go.
Canadian icon.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, last news that I have to talk about. So, we were talking about this before. Money Heist came out on Netflix, taking the world by storm. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, 5 out of 5 on Facebook, 97% on Google. This thing is blowing up, and it is quite the amazing series. It's a Spanish show actually, so but it's really good. The English actors that voice act are actually really really good. And the story is really well in depth. The characters are all super interesting in their own unique way. And now it's coming to Rainbow Six Siege.
That's awesome.
I think it's only for a few days, but you get to play as the characters in their red jumpsuits and their Dali masks and all that stuff. And you get to just run around and kill people dressed as the robbers. It reminds
That's cool.
It reminds me of when H3H3 got put into Payday 2. Because that was a thing.
Oh,
yeah. That was super cool. It was really weird, but it was super cool just to be like, this game that's kind of irrelevant now. Yeah, H3H3 is in it now, so let's make it slightly relevant again for like a week.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good time. But that's gonna do it for the gaming corner.
Yeah, I haven't even seen. Well, I don't go on Netflix particularly that often. Normally, when I'm on Netflix, it's just to go watch the shows that I've already watching. But yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I think I saw. What did you say it's called?
Money Heist.
Money Heist. Okay, because I saw something else that I thought was interesting. Something about Inside Man, something or Inside Man Legacy or something. Because there was a movie from the early/mid 2000s called Inside Man. It's a really good heist movie, and so that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So I remember watching that. My best friend told me about it. He really liked it, and so he got me to watch it. And so that's what I'm thinking. That show is probably based off of. It's probably like a continuation or a new story or something like that based off that movie. So that's what I thought you were talking about originally. But I'm like, okay, because I haven't seen that. But
it's all
I did listen to your advice, and I listened and I watched Iglesias.
Yeah,
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
The show, Mr. Iglesias, as like a
teacher.
As like just to have TV show on, like it's not super important, like, but just to, like, yeah.
I hope they're making season 2 and I think season 3, so I hope that the stories are better in those seasons because it's like they were good, but it was just basically Gabe just like, yeah, guys, if I stay positive the whole entire time, everything will work out just fine. And he never like hits a point where it's like he hits low. Like the lowest he ever hits was he's getting off of alcohol and he drinks a little bit, but he bounces right back from it, and it's like, oh yeah, well, that's fine. Literally the entire show is just keep your chin up and believe in yourself, and
that's not that bad.
That's not a bad message, but it's a boring
message to have.
Yeah, because but it's very sitcom-y, like that. Yeah,
it did have some good jokes in there though.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, and it was still definitely his style of comedy with his voices and stuff like that all the time. So I liked it enough to watch the entire season.
Yeah, well, Money Heist, I think you'll like. It has a way better story, really, really cool characters and stuff. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of twists and turns and stuff.
I'm not watching anything new until Witcher comes. Kidding.
Scum.
You should watch The Wu Assassin. Is a really, really good show. I liked it a lot.
I heard about that one too.
I liked it, but it's not one of my favorites. The story is very weak. IMO.
Really? I liked it. I thought it was. I mean, the acting definitely could have been a little bit better. But I found certain characters really did pull it together for me, like Uncle Six. Great acting. I mean, that guy's acting is always good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was definitely interesting. I like the concept of the different woos and everything, but I wasn't too happy with the ending of the series. I won't spoil it or anything, but I was definitely not happy with the end of the season, kind of thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's like the show that they were pushing quite a bit for. It's the new Paul Rudd show, Living with Myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started watching that, and I think I'm about halfway through the season, and it's like I get the concept and I get the idea, but it's like it's very just plain, just like nothing really majorly happens throughout each episode. So it's like, should I even bother continue watching this? I see if it actually gets interesting. I don't know. That's the show I'm kind of stuck on right now with Netflix.
Yeah, great show though that is on Netflix as well, Lucifer.
That's coming
seeing
back. It's final season. Yeah, it only has one more season, but it's coming back, and I think it's only like 10 episodes or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's another show that I think they ended well with this last season. They don't need another season. I think it's cool that they are following up with everything, but it ended well and on a solid note of understanding. I mean, they did set themselves up for a new season, in my opinion, but at the same time, I felt it was a strong, well-deserved ending. But I'm happy they bringing it back because I love that show.
Yeah, exactly. That was really good because like when it was on cable, what network was it on originally? I don't remember. It had like 23 episodes a season, but there was a lot of filler. So when it got bought by Netflix, when the internet got pissed off, like with both Lucifer and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it got brought back, right? Like Lucifer only having like 8 or 10 episodes or something like that. The season, it made it better because it made it stronger. So like finishing it off on Netflix to finish the entire show, yeah, that's
gonna be better.
Really good.
Right.
Yeah.
PBS Kids was the first thing it was
premiering
on.
100%.
Yeah.
With it, they had to follow the new YouTube rules as well.
So speaking of new YouTube rules, hey YouTube, cut the crap.
Oh, can't say that. Oh right, we're in non-kids channel. We're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we can say that? Okay.
Yeah, we can say that. We're fine.
We're not even monetized right now anyway, so what are they gonna do?
I think there's a part 4 coming for Money Heist, according to this picture, so that'll be fun. Super cool.
I'll have to pick up onto that. It looks like a good show, so I think I might watch it.
That kind of reminds me of like, have you guys, either of you watched Ashton Kutcher's show The Ranch on Netflix?
No, but I've seen a few good clips of it, and it looks really awesome. My buddy loves it.
Yeah, it's the first few seasons. I think it's on season 5 or 6 now, something like that. But no, they call it parts for whatever reason. But yeah, the first little bit is good, but then it gets completely just drawn out around the end. Like I still watched the entire most recent season, but you can tell that, like Jayden, like what you were saying about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, how you can tell that there's the shift, how it changes.
Yeah.
Like the same thing happened with The Ranch, is that it was really good at the beginning, and then
it flopped.
You can tell it kind of started going downhill when certain things happened, and yeah. But I don't know. I actually grew up in a town that is basically has like farming and stuff, so I related to some of the redneckness of it. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that's enough of TV shows.
Yeah.
Even though we could talk about this stuff for hours, because God, what else was I watching? I'm waiting for new seasons of Family Guy just so I could watch them and just be done with it. Because I'm stuck on it. I don't know why I can't get rid of it. It's literally like...
Man, Family Guy hits my funny bone like dead on. I don't know what it is. I love it.
There you go.
I still watch it, but the newer seasons, they've become so meta of like breaking the fourth wall and realizing that it's a show, and then they were like I remember there's a part in, I think, when they do a cutaway, and it's like season like 8 or something like that. So it's a while ago now, but he's like, oh, it's a Hal Harrington, so it's a long one. And there's so many more cutaways and stuff to the main story than what the show used to be. The like 90s, early 2000s, 90s to 2010 and 2010 to now, it's such a completely different shift, completely different style of show.
Absolutely.
It's still good. I still watch it, but like it's not
I agree with
I
the
don't know.
cutaway thing. Like almost every scene has a cutaway, which I think is a little excessive.
Yeah.
But their humor, like just the way they plan their jokes, and like it's just Peter's dumb lines. Like he'll just say something like, I don't know, they'll be having a conversation and Peter will just like throw in a line that's just like completely stupid.
Mhm.
And I don't know why it hits me just so hard. I
Oh, yeah.
laugh every time, and it's just, but yeah,
It,
cut out the cutaways, and or at least not as many, and then just keep it pure.
one
Yeah.
of
It's awesome.
And-
the best jokes they had was fucking Peter. It's like, well, Peter, you always have a knack for saying the wrong things at the wrong time. And he's on Jeopardy. It's like, who is this matriarch or whatever? It's like, who is King Louis the 12th? Or who is King Louis the 13th? It's like, oh, we're sorry, we were looking for King Louis the 12th. Damn it, I knew that. Well, doesn't that suck a big black cock? King Louis the 13th. Tim,
Yeah.
select.
Yeah, exactly. That I don't know. Family Guy's just a good show to watch when you're stoned. Like, just get baked.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't smoke, but I mean, I just love it. It's funny.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
like it's good just to have on, you know. It's good
yeah,
to
it's
just,
good background.
Let's see.
Speaking of Jeopardy, though, man, that heartwarming thing that Buddy did on. Did you guys see the last Final Jeopardy?
No.
The clip.
I'm not 50. I don't watch Jeopardy.
Oof.
Man, I used to watch Jeopardy a ton when I was a kid, but one of the people for his Final Jeopardy spent like almost all his money. But in 1995, I don't think that's when Jeopardy started. I think it started way before. But anyway, he said, so everybody's guessing their Final Jeopardy answers, and he put who is We Love You, Alex Trebek,
Aww.
just as a tribute to him. And he actually choked up on the show. I was like, man, like you kind of did him dirty there, but at the same time, like the sentiment's really there from all of us, because Alex Trebek has been on that show. Well, he's been the host forever,
Mhm.
and he's led generations into learning higher education, or even just enjoying educating themselves and researching. Because I know for me, I'm very inquisitive. Like I start by pulling strings on small things. Like, who is this guy that they talked about? Start pulling strings, get information from it, and go from there. And it makes it fun and entertaining. And like even in classrooms in high school, our teachers would make their own Jeopardy style things with PowerPoints, or it's awesome. So,
Oh yeah.
bless, good old bless Alex Trebek there, and Godspeed to him.
There you go.
Fair
Godspeed to Alex Trebek.
I don't
And
know
Bob
what to
Barker.
say besides, but like,
And
yeah.
Bob Barker. Yeah.
You know what? Other show is really good. Atypical. Atypical's really good. You really get a feel for some of the characters, and I hate that I love one of the characters.
I don't even know what. Again, don't
Don't know the show.
No.
Atypical is about a boy who has autism and how he's growing up and learning and stuff like that. So he makes all of these references to penguins and stuff like that. But his family's really weird. Like he's got a really smart and really talented sister who goes to like prep school. He's got a mom who cheats on his dad, who's a paramedic and stuff like that, and they're trying to deal with the autism in the best ways they can and stuff like that. It's actually really, really good. So I would definitely recommend that show. I don't recommend Daybreak at all. Daybreak just fucked up so badly.
Yeah, it looks super cheesy just based off of the
trailers and
trailers.
everything.
Yeah.
It tries to be Deadpool, but like in a nuclear environment kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like the main character has a sword, and like there's all these mutated animals around. Like the best mutated animal they could have thought of was a fucking pug. Like it's
Really?
literally like 30 times bigger, and it's just like this disgusting beast, and like none of the other animals really seem cool and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And most of it just doesn't really make sense. So
Yeah.
it's really
I mean-
dumb. They missed a huge margin of it, which was trying to emphasize on different tribes and stuff like that, but they focused mainly on one tribe and one tribe only, which was the Jocks. Which is really fucking dumb.
So kind of like Walking Dead then as well, or
Kind of
Seems like an
yeah.
amateur Walking Dead kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Walking Dead, but way, way, way shittier. The actors are not bad, and like some of it is pretty decent. I even got one of my favorite songs from that show. Making love out of nothing at all. There's like a moment, because I'm gonna spoil this because I really don't care. There's this group called the Golf Team, and all they're just a golf team that's part of the Jock family, and one by one they each start dying. So, one of them is like accused of being a traitor, so he has to go up on stage and sing a song and make a performance of himself. And if the person likes it, and if the king likes it, then he lives. If not, he dies. So he starts playing this song, and it's like an awesome song, and it's a great concert. But he ends up killing him anyways. It's like really fucking sad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really dumb. It's a really dumb show that missed a lot of things going on. But yeah. Oh yeah, there's one more thing we forgot to talk about: the PS5 controller.
Right.
So the
Oh,
PS5 controller got leaked. So it looks a little something like this. Yeah, literally leaks don't mean shit anymore. So this is what it looks like. The only difference
Very great
is
white diagram.
very great white
Yeah.
diagram. Yes. So the only things that they are changing are the bottom. They were changing the lights at the top, like the DualShock light, and they're changing it from a micro USB to USB-C port to charge. That's all they're changing. And I'm
which
sad.
is fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's whatever. Why? Yeah, like
Don't fix what ain't broke. But why are they
Exactly,
getting rid of the light? I like the light.
I was gonna say I like the light, but I mean it was kind of annoying-ish.
Mhm.
One of my roommates used to have when I had roommates had a PlayStation 4 and it had the lights on the controller when it'd be charging. So like
mhm.
middle of the night, you still see this bright like purple light in the living room. It's like just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
that's
to hide
true,
mine as
'cause
well.
I can see my controller when I turn my PS4 to rest mode or whatever, and yeah, you see the orange light just kind of
Yeah.
glowing, but whatever, I've gotten used to it, so it's not the end of the world.
Mhm.
But so, but yeah, that light indicates that it's charging, and then it turns like off, or yeah, then it turns off when it's done charging. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, that getting rid of the light is then therefore pointless because you don't know if it's fully charged until you turn the PlayStation back on.
I mean, do people really care if it's fully charged, or they're just gonna play anyway?
Good point. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. True.
There
I
you
mean, to
go.
be honest, you can always open. I mean, shout out to Xbox. They just have the status. You know, it tells you when your battery's low. You can hit the home button at any time, and it displays in the top right corner there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you
Um,
could quickly
your battery
pause the
level, so-
game. I like the Xbox because it's like, oh yeah, like I can just pause the game, quickly swap out the batteries, plug it
Yeah.
back in, and you're good to go within 5 minutes
Yeah,
or like 5 seconds. But meanwhile, with PS4, you either need to find like a really long cord or just a cord in general, depending on where
Yeah.
you are. Or if you only have one controller, you have to pause, plug it in, turn your Xbox onto rest mode, or save the game, and then that's it.
yeah. That literally happened to me the other day. I was playing Call of Duty, and I literally had to sit on my table that's closer to the TV so that the cord could reach, because I thought I had it in rest mode plugged in overnight, but apparently I didn't have it plugged in all the way.
Yep.
So my controller was almost dead. So I was playing
Mhm.
like inches away from the TV. I have no idea if that's still true, whether that's good or bad for your eyesight, but whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, exactly. That, I guess that is a good thing about the Xbox controllers compared to PlayStation. You can, if you have more than one, you can literally just switch it out or you can
Yeah.
can you still get the ones that have like the AA batteries if need be?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
So,
mine
yeah.
is. Mine's like literally all my controllers are the AA battery.
Yeah.
I have
So
I have AA batteries as well. I actually got these quantum ones. So apparently you're supposed to be able to check how much juice is actually in it, but I can't seem to find out how to do it.
If you take a piece of tinfoil, all you do is you touch it to both ends and you touch it to your tongue.
I gotcha.
Works great.
Oh yeah, perfect. Sounds sounds like
shock.
a plan. But like it doesn't actually tell me how much
Yeah.
battery is in this thing unless I have to do something like this. I have no clue. I need to Google this. But some of my other
Right.
ones are on chargers, so if it's like this one is about to die but I need it real quick, then it's like cool. Grab this, put it back on. And now my
Mhm.
controller's on. Thanks guys. But there you go. I prefer an Xbox controller to a PlayStation 4 controller. I just like the bigger feel of it. I like it that it's in my entire hands. I feel like with PlayStation controllers, they're super duper tiny and they don't fit my hands very well.
I don't know. I like again, I'm more of a PlayStation person myself, but I don't know. I've just always played like I've been playing PlayStation since PS1, so I'm just more used to the PlayStation controller. So I guess to each their own.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. See, I've gone through all of them. Like it was N64. I never really owned one, but that's what I played at my buddy's place. And then I moved to PlayStation 2. then an Xbox 360, then an Xbox original, then Xbox 360, Xbox One, and after the Xbox 360, I stuck with Xbox because I don't know, I like the feel of the 360 controller, but I also like the one. The one is smaller than the 360 controller for sure. But I do still enjoy the feel of the one. It's kind of nice just having the buttons. What I don't like for PlayStation is how they have the shoot for first-person shooter is the right or R1. Aim is R2 or whatever. Grenades R2. I'm not a fan of having the bumpers be the trigger. I like triggers being pulling the trigger kind of thing.
You can switch that.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
you can always change it.
Yeah, because I always play with R1 shoot, L1 aim, L2 special, and R1 is primary, like grenade. Like if we're talking about Call of Duty, for example, right?
Yeah.
That's how I always play.
See, I like having this is shoot, this is aim, this is grenade, this is tactical.
Oh,
like just See, I like this because it's an actual trigger, but I mean that's my
that's
preference.
personal. I prefer that as well.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you guys: do you guys play with your thumb hitting the buttons? Yeah. Do you let your thumb hit like the A, B, triangle, square, circle buttons, or do you use your pointer finger?
Oh, thumb for sure.
How would you use your pointer finger? What?
So what I'm doing right now, I'm showing the audience. It's called the claw hand. So basically, you have your thumbs to move around, and then you use your pointer finger to hit the buttons.
What?
I'll take my good hand.
Yeah, exactly, literally.
Oh, that's from Scary Movie.
Scary Movie
2? Okay, I couldn't remember. Yeah, and he puts it into the mashed potatoes and.
My germs.
Yes, that's awesome. But I knew what reference you were talking about. Yeah, actually, one of the main listeners to the podcast here, my buddy Spencer, was mentioning that when we did our one gaming video, and he was like, "What? Your buddy?" He's like, "That's bad for your hands, like, because apparently, like, your knuckle can like lock up and stuff like that."
Nah, I haven't had that happen. It's better for gaming because then it's like, if I need to turn around and sprint at the same time as well as reload, I can do that all in one motion, and then I could switch back to.
Fuck that.
I switch
what
it from time to time.
is like, I will play with my thumbs here and I'll like lift the thumb to hit the buttons. But at times, if I need to, like for B for crouch or whatever, I'll just reach over with my thumb, my index knuckle, and just hit that really quick, like if need be or whatever, and then I just bring the thumb up to reload. But I can hit A and X here just quick if I'm just doing like quick drop, whatever it is. But
mine is like. My pointer fingers are the bumpers, my thumbs are the sticks, and then my middle fingers are the triggers. So then it's like makes it easier for me.
See, triggers are always my index. Yeah,
See,
everybody's got their own.
I've also played a lot, which I haven't played in a long time, but one of my favorite games was Mortal Kombat. So I always had my thumb going here, hitting the whatever button combination, and then my other thumb, moving at the same time. So I've
do you have
always
a cover on your thumbsticks?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I was wondering because I'm like, those don't look normal. Oh, it's just for grip.
No, it's extra grip, so my thumb doesn't move because of So anyway, let's don't
have slippery thumbs next time, bitch.
Move on. Now that we're done talking about controllers.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Would You Rather 2. I keep looking at shit on the internet. Some of these are super duper dumb. Some of these are like, would you rather have 3 kids with no money or $3 million or no kids? Like, that's a no-brainer. Everyone's gonna pick $3 million, and then if they want kids, they're gonna have kids anyways.
Yeah, just Angelina Jolie those kids. Just take them.
Oh God. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That got dark quick.
Well, no, like there's nothing wrong with adopting kids. She's adopted like what, 6? Is it or no?
What?
How many does she?
I think it's higher. I think it's like 9.
8 billion.
Well, like they just keep adopting kids. It's a fantastic thing though, because it means they're actually getting a life that they wouldn't have before.
True. I'm switching to a cherry Pepsi because the beer is really affecting me at this point. I like drinking. It's like, that's sour. Okay, I need to relax. I need to chill for a sec.
I'm drinking coffee, so that's all good.
Refreshing. That cherry Pepsi, by the way, Chad, so fucking good.
Oh yeah, the ones I left at your house.
Yeah. I've been drinking all of them.
I don't know how you haven't drank them all. I'm going for Dr. Pepper right now, but yeah, I've probably drank like almost the whole case in like 3-4 days.
Dude, because
Well, I
Diet,
saw you. Yeah, you're sneaking over and grabbing a new one
yeah,
mid
Oh
conversation.
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
Diet Crush is the best drink to ever grace this planet because it has 0 sugar and it tastes exactly like regular Orange Crush. The
Why don't you just
greatest
drink
drink
regular Orange Crush then?
Got
because
my
no
coffee.
sugar.
Yeah.
No, the
Sugar's not
greatest
bad
drink
for
on the
you.
planet is water. I unfortunately cannot grab water at this time because I don't have. I should get water bottles and just stack them in my fridge.
Don't you care about the turtles? Don't drink their water, Jayden. They live in that.
Okay, so
Sorry, I can't eat grass because that's a cow's food. My bad.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't eat my food's food. You know, vegetarians are very inconsiderate. I just eat the cow.
Mhm.
You know.
yeah, I get rid of that second part, the in between. Gotta go right
Mhm.
right to the source. Okay, that went into a random tangent.
Yeah, we go into random
Okay, so
stuff.
I know the answer for you, Jayden, but Chad, since I don't know yet, would you rather live your whole life with Android and PC products or Apple and iPhone?
That's an easy answer. Android and PC in a heartpeat. That's what I
Good.
have right
Good.
now.
There you
Good,
go.
That's what I was hoping, because
That's an easy answer, man.
that's what I figured, because most, well, I actually have a mixed people between Apple and
Yeah.
Android. Some people really like it, but so just a random thing. What do you like about Android compared to iPhone?
They're not overpriced.
Yeah, one price point is definitely a thing. But
Yep.
just the multiple availability over one device or over multiple devices, sorry, and just having non-proprietary things in there, right? You don't have to buy Apple everything for it to work together.
Yeah.
I have right now. I'm rocking the Xiaomi Mi 9T. It's a phone that you can get in Asia. It's
Yeah, I
awesome.
was like, that sounds very Japanese.
Is it Huawei?
Yeah. No, Huawei's its own thing, but it's kind of same.
Huawei's gonna steal
style.
your.
Yeah, sorry, Huawei.
Xiaomi is a really nice phone company. My phone's like all red. Absolutely love the look of it. It has a pop-up front camera that I'm using right now. So instead of having a camera in the front of the screen, I now have my full display, and the camera pops up like a little cool little uppy downy thing. I love it.
That's so that's so
but
cool.
it's
That's
super.
awesome.
Yeah, the phone. If you can tell, the camera quality is actually not too bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love the phone. Works really well. But yeah, even just the customizability of it, just adding different colors, backgrounds. You can run themes. You can run different loaders, faces, make it adaptable to who you are and what you want it to do. Versus Apple, you buy Apple for
Simplicity.
simplicity, and it's great for that. But just it's kind of made for like it has its niche. It's
Mhm.
very business oriented now, but before it was very. They
Kids.
tried to be more, yeah, exactly.
Especially
they
when
tried
their
to be more
commercials
playful.
were like based off of the emoji
Yeah.
faces and stuff like that.
Mhm.
One thing that I find funny, so I actually did research on this the other day because a classmate of mine, he shot his documentary with an iPhone 11,
Mhm.
and you know how the 11 Pro has three cameras, the wide, the close, and the super wide or whatever it is.
Mhm.
The super wide is a 15 mil equivalent, so obviously it's not the exact same, but it's equivalent of a 15 mil lens. The phone that I have is an LG G7, so it's from 2017.
Oh yeah,
and it
beautiful phone.
has a 16 mil. So my phone from years ago has almost the exact same width as what the brand new iPhone 11 Pro that's supposed to be super crazy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you go way back. I had the Nokia Lumia 1080. It had a 41 megapixel camera on the back of it.
Ah,
41. It took beautiful photos. But even then, I had the before this phone, I had the LG V30. I was looking at the LG V50 before I got this one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
if
like,
I could, I would upgrade
iPhone,
to the Pixel.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, right? Like, you have these options and still understanding you have all these different platforms, all these different benefits, waterproof, not waterproof, better camera, audio jack, Bluetooth, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Apple just has Apple.
Yeah, and like,
right?
especially one thing, I brought this argument up with a classmate, the fact that
Mhm.
I like the 10s or whatever, you have to plug in, and they got rid of the headphone jack. So yeah, most people have Bluetooth headphones or whatever, but what if you have an old style headphone jack and you can't listen to music and charge at the same time? Like,
Exactly.
Now
It's
you
just
need
a
to buy
pain.
an
Then you
adapter
got to
that
carry
supports both.
yeah,
exactly. You have to carry adapters with you, a dongle, whatever the hell that means. You know, it's just
Mhm.
like all these extra things that you don't need if you just design something properly. And
Mhm.
what I hate too is that Apple's like, we're the first to do this. We're so innovative. We did this on
Technically
our own. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not the first to do anything. You're not innovative. You're taking other people's technology and mashing it into one big product.
You
Kinda,
also
sorta.
sold a $999 computer stand or some shit like that.
Oh,
What was
yeah,
it?
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, Jayden's whole. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so you have to go back and listen to Jayden's rant. Jayden, link it in the description.
Yeah.
Your
well,
rant.
the
You
rant
have to.
is quite hilarious.
Oh my God.
I hate Apple. Like,
One of the best moments of the podcast, Jayden's like, use a fucking box.
yeah, literally.
Piece of wood.
Yeah, it's
I mean, like,
so
really
good.
though, like, tell you what, guys, I'm gonna sell the new, the I don't care. It comes with the idea of buying something else. It's just,
Yeah.
it's gonna cost you 10 grand though if you want it, and
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
share it with you. But and just so you know, it won't work with anything else in your house,
Yeah.
unless you have the other I crap.
Mhm.
Yeah. 100%.
It's stupid. Like it's just ridiculous. And the fact that they're now making things more adaptable and working with other products, it's fine. But the fact of the matter is, like, when you look at Apple versus Android products, it's just one group works in many different platforms, many different accessories, tons of different niches that you could meet. Versus iPhone, you're kind of just getting this basic generic thing that a lot of people have, and that's not a problem, right? If it's good and works, don't change it. But if it's, if you want something unique, you want something that you can make your own, iPhone ain't it. It's just not it.
Yeah, and I guess the big kind of argument for people buying iPhone compared to Androids is that Androids, because they're on different platforms, like whatever phone it may be, you can't. They're starting to now with Google. It's starting to come out with the chats being able to connect, right?
Right.
The new message, like my phone has it updated so you can do a chat message and everything. So Apple has had that since the beginning, and same thing with FaceTime, right? So
Right.
like that's the one thing with Android is that you have to go to like WhatsApp instead of just iMessage. So
Right.
that has been the only argument for people that are stuck hardcore Apple fans.
Yeah. But I mean, before Apple was a thing, Skype,
Yeah.
right? And then you just get that on an Android phone, and then Apple brought out iMessage, they brought out FaceTime, which is great. And I think video communication is a good thing, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's so much, and I'm not trying to hate on Apple hardcore. Sure, they have their advantages. Sure, they have their benefits, as well as I like their computers are great,
They're
but they
super
just
powerful.
they lack a lot of just customization and a lot of
Practicality.
yeah, there we go. And just the price point's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous for the price point. Like the fact that a phone costs nearly $2,000, that's ridiculous. I could go to Europe for $2,000.
Yeah.
Right.
The fact that I bought this Razer phone too for like $800 and it's a piece of shit, it's really, really sad. Which is why I renounced my Razer sponsorship.
Yeah.
I am so pissed off with Razer. I could go into a full fucking rant. I should make a video just like why I hate Razer documentary. But anyways.
So yeah, that was just my first kind of just question, just out of curiosity type thing.
Can I go next?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just reading these off of a shit like website. Talk to animals or speak all human languages.
All human languages.
Nah, I take animals.
Nah, I'd rather
touchy.
be able to talk to when I'm traveling, because when I'm traveling the world, being able to ask and communicate where things are, what's going on, what's the best type of food to get, where's this restaurant, anything like being able to date anyone in the world because you can talk to them. Animals, I don't hang out with animals. I have some cats. Whatever.
See, I could see there's two reasons why I'd want each thing. Communication with people, great, that'd be fantastic, especially for travel, like you said, but as well as with where I want to expand career-wise, the speaking any language would be fantastic. But the amount of shenanigans and bullshittery I could pull with speaking with animals is so enticing.
Yeah. Imagine
going to the zoo.
Yeah.
Just hopping in the little, paddocks that they have and just being like, hey, boys, what's up? Here to chill. They're like, whoa, we can speak our language. Like, yeah, we can. You want to go, like, piss on the trees or something? I don't know. See that kid there? Let's throw shit at him, right?
Yeah, literally
But,
go to the gorilla stage and just be like, well, let's go avenge Harambe and fucking
Yeah.
just storm out of there.
See that, and that's but then, like, have you not seen Doctor Dolittle? People are gonna think you're crazy because they
That's
can't
okay.
because they can't hear it.
They'll think
And,
I'm
like-
crazy when I'm riding a lion to
and, like-
victory.
Exactly.
That's
right.
the
The shenanigans would be incredible.
You could rob a
Um,
bank with only animals, and no one would be the wiser.
But that doesn't just because you can talk to them doesn't mean that you can convince them to do your bidding.
Yeah, I can. Hey, elephant, you want some peanuts? Go steal some food over there, and I'll get you a bag of peanuts. Go rob. Hey,
Throw a bag of penis. So
Bert-
so he's a gay elephant.
no, it's peanuts. God damn it. It's not popcorn, Davis. Not popcorn. But no, imagine this. Imagine you get like a bunch of birds, you're in a park and stuff. It's like, listen, if you attack these people and get me their wallets, I will buy you 6 loaves of bread and 7 ears of corn. And then it's like, cool, you spend $40 on bread and corn. I don't know how much fucking those things cost. You spend that much money and you just stole probably like $1,000 worth of stuff and nobody knows because
See,
all
I'm
they saw
thinking,
was just, I got attacked by a bunch of wild animals. Oh
Until
no.
people
Thinking
start
something
cluing in.
way
No,
more sinister.
I'm still 100% all communication, all languages on.
Yeah, I would go with all languages as well, but I mean, for something more sinister, get like a bunch of bees and then just like go
There
to
you
a
go.
school, start stinging people, clear out the entire school, get like smart boards, whatever you want, like, gym equipment, or even just go to like,
You guys are
I
dark.
don't know, where else
Dude,
could you go? Like,
that's
you
the
could bring
fun
like
stuff.
spiders everywhere, like, there's tons of cool stuff you could do.
okay.
Okay.
Do you have another one? Or does anyone have another one?
Sure.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, go ahead.
go for it, Chad.
Would you rather
Yes.
stick, let's go with toothpicks under your toenails and kick the wall as hard as you can for each one? Or have to pry off each one of your fingernails by biting them until ripping them off till they all come off.
Oh
the-
god.
The
Correct answer is neither. What the fuck?
the first what would you say? What was the first one?
Put toothpicks
toothpicks?
underneath your toenails and kick the wall for each toe so it goes in and underneath your toenail.
That one, because because that would break the toothpicks
It
would
has
break.
to go. It has to go underneath your toenail.
But it would break.
But it would go into your
underneath.
foot.
Yeah.
Underneath
Still,
your
I
toenail.
still
It
think
break
that would be-
underneath.
Yeah, I still think that would be less painful than trying to rip your entire fingernail off. Have you not seen that clip from Game of Thrones when Theon gets his nails ripped out?
Nope.
Well, watch at least that clip. You'll see what I'm
Oh
talking about.
god, that's making me.
So
Oh god.
yeah, exactly. Like Jayden said, none of the above. But if you had to,
I think
the
I
first
would go
one is
with
probably less.
toothpicks too. I'd rather that do the job. Which one would you pick?
I totally just. I'm not sticking toothpicks underneath my toenails and booting the wall. You know how mentally like hard that would be?
Yeah.
Going for a full-on wind-up David Beckham kick of a toothpick underneath your toenail and doing that 10 times, rather than just bite and pull, muscle through it.
see, I don't think I would be able to. Once I started feeling it pull on the back of my nail, because
See, I would just do it quick. Like as soon as I get the first one, it starts moving, just and the next one. Versus having
I
to
don't
like literally watch yourself jam a toothpick underneath there and just line it up and boot it as hard as you can at the wall, and have to repeat that 10 times.
Well, regardless, it's 10 times.
Oh yeah, but it's, I don't know. For me, it's mentally different going like this versus trying to forcefully kick a wall.
Fair enough. Okay, let's do Let's do one more, and then we'll
Oh yeah.
call it a night.
Boxers or briefs?
What?
No, that's a stupid question.
Dicks for fingers or fingers for dick.
That's from no, there's one very similar to that from Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have one. You.
Final one to end us off.
Yeah. Would you rather give up your favorite food or give up sex?
Ooh.
Give up my favorite food because I've already given up sex, but not by choice.
Hmm. I'd say give up favorite food, honestly. I think favorite food is just something that you can give up. Plus, I don't even know what my definitive favorite food is. Probably
yeah,
pizza.
you just come up with a new favorite food.
Yeah, exactly. As long as I can eat soul fried chicken, pesto mac and cheese, I'm fine.
Nope, that's your new favorite. You're not allowed favorite food. It's gone.
Well, then I just eat pizza then.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a very simple.
It's very simple
answer.
for me. I don't know.
I like food,
Yeah,
but
we all like food.
no, but I'm a big fan of like trying new foods and like digging right in. Man,
Yeah.
it's a toughie.
Oh shit! I should have chose this question. Okay, how about this one? Constantly itch all the time, or be in excruciating pain for a whole day once a year.
Pain, easily.
Yeah, pain once a day, once a year. Yeah, that's fine by me.
What level of excruciating though?
Like basically, you want to die from it.
I'd
Like
take
it's
pain.
that painful. Yeah.
If it's only once a day or one day for a year, yeah, might
Yeah.
as well. Is it like a full 24-hour thing?
Yeah, it's a full 24 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Or itch to like, it's slightly annoying, or like overly excessively like rash itch.
I think it would have to match the level, so probably like over excessively itchy.
Yeah, it's pretty itchy, like, and it would be somewhere on your body, and it could change positions. So it could be like one day it's on your arms, and the next day it's on your leg, next day it's on your balls. Like it could be.
What if you're like itchy all over all the time?
But then that makes it very if
That would be even
if the
worse.
question then makes it very easy, then yeah, of course you go with just the one day, because you'd be going through almost not as excruciating but very close amount of pain.
Mhm.
But if it was just a slight itch, super annoying every single day, it'd be better because you would just be used to it.
No, man, I would hate that. I hate when I feel itchy in general. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
No,
I take the pain because, like, imagine how euphoric you would feel after the pain ended.
Yeah, you'd have a new outlook on life, and then like three weeks later, you'd be like, okay, this is normal now, and then you get back to it, and then you just be like, all right, it's time, and then you just get like, hey, I just need a day off, and then in 2 days I'll come back to work. It's fine.
See,
What's going on? Oh, I'm just gonna go and be in excruciating pain for 24 hours. Why? I don't know. Some deal with some devil or some
deal
shit.
with it. No, I think I would still rather just be slightly itchy.
That's tough, dude.
That I would rather, I think, because I hate it when like I get like a burn on my finger, and it's just the small little burn is like irritating for like a week or whatever, and it's just annoying.
Mhm.
So having excruciating, like when I watch people on movies or whatever get like burned to death and they're or something,
Mhm.
like that's, or like like Gollum in Lord of the Rings when he falls into like the lava, like something like that. Like I couldn't, no, I couldn't do it.
Mhm.
So
Pain
I'd rather.
is temporary. Victory's forever.
There you go.
So yeah.
Dude, like whenever I'm sick, I always imagine like, okay, I'm sick. I just want it to be over in one day. Then the next day I will feel drained. I'll like be able to breathe again. I'll be able to taste again. But I just want that one day to be terrible. Just push it all into one day, so then it's like, cool, I only wasted 2 days instead of 2 weeks
No, fair enough.
of being sick. So that's kind of my mentality of it's like, why would I waste my entire life being itchy and like not being able to control it? Because there's probably not a remedy for it. It's not like
Yeah.
you could just like take a pill or something.
Yeah, just put on some lotion.
I don't know.
Anyway,
What if it's internal itchiness?
Ooh.
Like,
your
what if
stomach
it's-
itches.
Yeah, like what if it's your stomach?
There are people with like mental, like schizophrenic disorders that
Yeah.
literally live with that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Anyway, that's it.
that's gonna do it. Thank you so much to Chad for coming out to this episode of the M3
Anytime.
podcast. And we hope to have him back very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. All of the links of everything we talked about will be down in the description, as well as all of our social media. And other than that,
What is the answer to your personal answer to these questions here? What do you guys think? Let us know, comments below or on Twitter. And yeah, have a good night.
yeah, peace, guys.
Take care.
you for listening. If you like this podcast, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be in the description.